What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Thai Life. My name is Min. I hope you guys having an amazing day today. I have been doing nails for 15 plus years, and my goal is just to share with you all my knowledge and all my experience so that I can help you become a great nail tech and have a great career. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I really appreciate it. You can get notification and all my latest content. And today I want to talk to y'all about freeform, or y'all can call it sculpting. How did freeform started? Well, imagine before tips was invented, all you had was this paper and you put it under the nails and you're gonna try to extend the acrylic with the natural nails on the piece of paper. It's called freeform. Okay, they call it sculpting. It is a little bit fancier where you do have to build the acrylic to the length, to the shape of what the clients want. But is it hard? It is not hard at all. Is it easy? Kinda. But you know what? You can do it. That's all I know. So today, at the end of this video, I hope that you will learn how to do this freeform or sculpting. But today, I'm gonna show you what I did on my clients. And hopefully, y'all will see from start to finish how I form her nails into this beautiful new French tip. Let's get it, y'all. So this client right here, she came in, her nails was very short and they're kind of paper thin. She's been looking for a lot of people who do freeform and nobody does it. She came, she found me. The first thing I did was I had to make sure I file her nails. I want to make sure there's no sharp edges around the nail. After that, I'm gonna go in with the sand and I'm gonna try to dehydrate her nails. At this moment right here, it's like you just prepping how you prep to put on those tips, right? So you gotta go ahead and sand the nails down. At this moment right here, y'all, don't go hard on this bead. Make sure you're light-handed. This part can easily burn the client's nail, especially if the client have paper thin nail. So I'm very gentle, and the way I'm holding the machines, I try to have stabilize everything so I don't shake. After that, I'm gonna go in with the alcohol, so dehydrate her nails a little bit more because her nails is a little bit paper thin. So you wanna make sure that the nail is fully hydrated, you know what I mean? So these are the form that I use, but before I use the form, I'm gonna go in with the Protein Bond by Young Nails. The reason I'm gonna use this one is because, again, her nails was very thin, so I wanna make sure I'm also protecting her nail and keeping her nails very healthy under it with the acrylic over it. So as you guys can see how I'm gonna start putting these forms. These forms right here, they're actually a little bit easier. The ones back in the day, they only have one size. It's like a little ring. And this one's actually very easy. They make the paper very easy to close, but it does take some time. The reason why I'm not using glove, because these forms are very sticky. If you use glove, it's just very hard to take things out. I took the gloves off. So what I did was I kind of pinned her hand over it and I kind of pinned the paper down. At this moment right here, y'all, you don't want to go hard on the like sticking the bottom of the form, okay? And you want to make sure it's nice and straight, and you want to make sure that you lay the paper perfectly on the nails, under the nails, but it has to be right touching to the nail, okay? You don't want to leave any gap, because when you guys are doing the form, you have any gap, you guys gonna have acrylic built under the nails, and you don't want that to happen. So what you guys want to do is, you guys can tell I'm taking a very long time, and once you bypass this part right here, everything just gets easier, okay? But when you guys are doing this part, just make sure you guys are taking your time. Just get it right, because you want to get it right the first time. You don't want to go back and fix it. It takes more work, and you got your monomers everywhere. So here I am. I'm gonna go in with the nude powder that she picked, right? And the monomers that I am using is Young Nail monomers. And check this out, y'all. The hardest part about form is how the application is. This client of mine right here, she wanted like an almond shape. So as I am doing the application, I am actually forming the shape at the same time, okay? I know it's a lot easier just to lay the acrylic down and kind of make it into a boxy square look, and then you can go ahead and shape it later. You can do that, but it's just taking me more time if I'm going to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try my best to form the almond shape she wants while I'm building it. So at this moment right here, it doesn't really matter if you do one ball method, two ball, it doesn't really matter. To me, I don't believe in those ball method, okay? I believe that if you're going to build and sculpt anything, it doesn't matter how many ball. What matters is that you do it right and it looks good. And also be careful, as you guys are like moving all the other fingers, sometimes the form kind of gets out of alignment, and sometimes it shows a little gap under the nail. Make sure you readjust that. And if you feel like there's a little hump under it, so what you want to do is you want to make sure you kind of pin the paper up a little bit to get that paper lines curved to fit your nails. You know, that is so important, y'all. I think that's like very important when it comes to like doing sculpting on form. Okay, as you guys can tell, I'm taking a lot of time on each finger. It's not an easy thing. It is time consuming, and I can see why when someone's asking for this, you have the right to charge them a lot, because you know the tip is just a lot easier. Because when you have a tip on there, like I say, it has the side, the acrylic can melt under it, but there's no side. If you have too much powder, it's just gonna melt all the way, drip all over the form, okay, and it looks ridiculous. So the goal is to pick up enough ratio for you to like make sure that it's not too drippy, and that's very important when you guys are doing the application, this part. I feel like that's very important when you pick up the right bead when you guys are doing form. Too much, too drippy, it's just no good, you know, and too dry, you're just gonna keep building bigger. And you guys can tell how I'm continue forming the shape, but at this time I'm just taking my time trying to build the apex at the same time. So that's really the hardest part of doing the form, is putting the form on and really putting the application on nicely, you know. And if you guys are doing any kind of encapsulation, you guys can start the encapsulation after that. So after you guys are done with the application, the form should dry. Go ahead and take off the form, and you can tell, look how nice the shape is already, y'all. The shape is already there. I don't really have to do much. I'm gonna go in with the file just to make sure I'm getting a nice curve on the almond, and make sure I'm cleaning on the side of the nails. Look how I am holding her finger when I am like shaping her nails with the file, guys. I'm putting my finger like pinching the side skin of her nail down so that I don't cut her with the file. That's very important. You guys are just holding her hand like from the bottom, more like you guys are gonna cut the skin. Try to pin the skin down. So technically sometimes you kind of have to lean the file onto your nails just so that you don't cut the client. So once you file it, guys, you know what's next. You're gonna go in with the E-file, okay? And the E-file is very important, but as you guys can see, I'm sorry, before I went with the E-file, I kind of measured, make sure the length is even, because sometimes when you form, you're almost like guessing what the length is. So it is important that you match the length nicely, okay? So same thing, I'm gonna go in with the E-file, I'm gonna clean the cuticle, and at this point right here, I'm going to smooth the surface. And it's very important that you also check the bottom of the nails, because sometimes when you guys do a form, like I said, the paper has one little leak between the paper and the nails. The acrylic can get under there, it's gonna build this little like under nail acrylic, and it doesn't look good, and the client's gonna pick at it, okay? So make sure you check for that. But same thing, I'm just really flushing the cuticle, and flushing the cuticle is very important, guys, especially for this client. This client right here, remember I say she had paper thin nails, and I really have to make sure that everything I do for her is perfectly. She's not gonna get any type of lift, because you know, paper thin nails, when it lifts, it's gonna come off very easily, so you don't want that. So I'm really taking my time to make sure the cuticle is flushed really well. Look how I'm holding the drill though. I'm always stabilizing my hand with the other finger, and that's very important. That's like the most important technique to control the drill. And I'm having my maximum speed at its max, yo. Like this right here is going hard. So after that, I buff the nail. I have to go wash her hand. We're gonna go ahead and put the French on, yo. Once we put the French on, she's gonna love it, okay? And the paint that I'm using is by Young Nail. It's a gel polish paint. It's really good. It doesn't saturate too much, and it really holds the color together. And at the end, yo, I tell you what though, this client right here, she was literally loving every minute that I was doing. She cannot believe that that form was done. And look at the shape. You guys notice how shape, and when you guys are doing French, make sure that French is nice and sharp. That's the new thing about the French, y'all. Y'all can make that French perfect, and the French is money nowadays, yo. The French is cheap. Back in the day, it was $5 French, but now it's a different ball game. Y'all can charge a French very high because how hard it is to do a perfect French perfectly and consistently. And really at the end, yo, I ended with the top coat, you know what I mean? And look at that. That is all sculpting on her natural nails, yo, and also extending the length. She was loving it. I am excited because I made her very happy, and you know what? I can't wait until she comes back for the follow-up on this nails. And if y'all find this useful and y'all find that it's easy to do sculpting or freeform, Please like and share this video so that I can continue pushing more fun tutorials for you. And if you have any question, please leave it in the comment so that I can use your question to help you out. And if you really want to learn how to treat a customer good and have good customer service for your nail career, check this video out. I'm out.